I have a really fun little unboxing for us today. This is a brand new company to me. It's called Your Creative Studio. And they reached out to me and asked me if they could send me one of their monthly subscription boxes. I had never really heard of them, so I went online and looked them up and saw that they provide all kinds of wonderful supplies for making junk journals. They have cling stamps, clear stamps, ephemera. They have embellishments, just a whole range of all the fun things that we like to add. So I said, yes, you can send me a box and I'll do a little unboxing video for you. Those are always fun. So the name of the company is Your Creative Studio, and their website is ycvstudio.com. And I've not opened this box up. This was their January kit that they sent me. And this is March 2023. So this was their January kit. So we're just going to open this up. This will be as much of a surprise to me as it is to you. I like the little box. I like anything that has, hinges and flaps like this. So there's the name of the company. Look how pretty. Oh, and here's a sweet little sewing card. And it says, thank you so much for your purchase. I hope you would enjoy our January collection, Your Creative Studio. So let's go ahead and take all these goodies out. I love the tissue paper, straight up. Okay. Take off this sweet little seal. Even the tissue paper is so pretty. You could use it in a journal. Wow, guys, let's see what we have. Oh, look. Here's this sweet little sewing machine charm. Y'all know I love vintage sewing stuff. We're going to have to make something together with all of this. So can you see that? A sweet little antique bronze vintage sewing machine. And then these are called checklists. They're little note cards. Let's open this up and see what this looks like. All right, this looks like it's a sweet little stack of goodies. It's amazing what's in here. The box doesn't look that big, but there's a lot of good stuff. Have any of y'all heard of this company? I have not. This is my first encounter with them. Oh, look, so this is just a little memo pad with all these. Oh, how cute. That's adorable. This is literally a little notepad. How fun is that? So you could take these things out and use them as layering elements, days of the week, lists, to-do lists. Oh, this is cute, y'all. I like this. A checklist. That's fun. And then we've got this sweet little package. See what's in here. Let me see. Oh, look, this is washi tape. Oh, that's pretty. Let me see if I can pull this out so you can see it a little better. It's very delicate. Oh, that's beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Here, I'll put it down here on my mat. Look how pretty that is. Oh, that's lovely. I like that. So you could use that to hook those in place or just use it as a border. And I love the sweet little folder. We could do something fun with that. Oh my goodness, look at these scissors. Wow. Wow. These are stunning. And they are functional. Look how beautiful the detail is on those. Wow, those are fantastic. And then even this pretty tag is nice. You could just add a little gesso or stenciling. You could use this. Ooh, we're going to have fun. We'll have to make something today. All right, this is a cling stamp. Let's see what this is. I love all the little envelopes and stuff. Oh, how fun. These are like measuring tapes and bobbins and spools of thread. Oh, those are so cute. That's adorable. Is that all of them? Yes. So little stamps. Keep those in there so I don't lose them. Let's see. This says this is another clean stamp. Oh, wow. Look at this great vintage sewing machine. How fun is that? Neat-o. And this says this is washi tape. Oh, that's really pretty. It's like thimbles and rulers, quilting squares. That's really pretty. All right. Ah, lovely crocheted doily. You guys know I love that. That's really pretty. These are stickers. Oh, I like that they're transparent, so they almost, are these stickers or rub-ons? No, they're stickers, but they look like stamps, and because the background is clear, it will look like a rub-on, only you don't have to do the rubbing. These are beautiful. Oh, how fun. Oh, these are great. Look at the cute animals. That's adorable. All right, that's cool. Okay. And then this looks like an ephemera pack, all sewing themed. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, paper ephemera. This is so pretty. It's got a really, just touches of a, almost like a plum, a light plum. So you get 2 of each, the scissors and the, what do you call that tool that pulls out the thread? Just some really pretty blank ones that you can stamp on. Oh, this is really nice, guys. I'm liking this. I haven't, of course, I love anything vintage sewing themed. It's really pretty. So it looks like you get 3 of each of these. Look at the cool old sewing machine. So these would be instant, really fast, instant cards. And then this looks like a paper pack. Let's see if it is. Yes, these are 6 by 6 papers. And they're single-sided. Very pretty. That great vintage sewing machine and just a soft background piece. These are lovely. And then another sticker sheet. These are really pretty. I love how they're on the clear background, because when you put these down that have the clear background, they really do almost look like a stamp. So, all right, well, we'll have to wow, this is really beautiful. Thank you, Your Creative Studio. I had no idea what to expect. Honestly, I hadn't even heard of your company before, so this is a treat. And we'll have to make something. Let me clear some room and we'll get to work. All right, I think we'll make an easel card. So what I've done is I've cut 2 6 by 8.5 inch panels of this really soft, sort of a blush cardstock. And the first one, I scored at 6 and 6 1/4, and the second one I scored at 6. So this little flap is going to glue back behind, and this is going to form our 6 by 6 easel card base. So we're going to put our adhesive on the flap, and then just tuck this right in. Press it down. So this is our card cover. I'm going to bring my scoring tool in and score at 3. That makes our easel card mechanism, and then this part will fold up, and this will be our pocket, which also serves as the stopper for the card. Now, we're going to cut little gussets to go on our pocket. So I've cut two 1-inch by just under 2.5-inch strips of paper. And we're going to score these in half at 1 inch. I mean at 1/2 inch, sorry. So we're scoring the 1-inch pieces in half at 1/2 inch. So now we have these little 1/2 inch hinges or gussets. And if you don't want to add a pocket to your card, you certainly don't have to, but I think it's a fun thing to do. I love to add pockets. So I'm going to put adhesive on the top, and the fold is on the left. And I'm going to put this down, and some of you have seen me do this a million times, so skip ahead. You don't have to watch this part unless you just want to. So I just line this up with the edge, but you can't see it. Do you see that? So the folded edge of your gusset goes against the cut edge or the outside edge of your paper. And then just use your fingertips to line it up. What this does, why do this? Because this gives you the full width of the pocket. And this little flap, what I have found since I started doing this, is that the little flaps actually allow you to fit a little bit more in your pocket, which is certainly a nice feature. So see, there's our easel card base. All right, friends, I've got our little easel card all done on the inside. And what I did was I just cut the lavender to go over the blush, slightly smaller, so like 5 7/8 by 2 3/8 here. And then I cut these pieces from those 6 by 6 panels and lined it just however you like your borders. I like narrow borders. If you like wide borders, you can cut your papers wider than I did. Then to cover the spine, I took a little bit of our washi tape. Now, you know I like to save paper. So this was the top of this sewing machine panel. It was a little bit short to line here. So what I did was I put a little strip of washi here and then a strip of this wider washi at the top to fill in the gaps. So this finishes the inside. I'll probably add some stuff in there, but just in the interest of time, I want to keep this moving along. Then I cut a 5 7/8 by 5 7/8 of the lavender, and then I also cut a 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. These are the leftover pieces from lining the inside. This mannequin was actually on the side of, I want to say, this floral print. I tore the edge, then took the rest of this piece and lined it over here on the right, and I left this open so I can slip in a tag and stitched around it to secure it. Then to cover up the stitching, I glued the 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 panel to the 5 7/8 by 5 7/8. So simple, but it just makes for a nice finished look. I also inked all my edges lightly with milled lavender distress ink, and I'll just show you. I just take a little dauber, and you don't have to go crazy. You just brush a little bit along the edge, and it just kind of adds just the right amount of definition to frame your card cover. And of course, this card cover would work on a junk journal. So if you want to do a junk journal, there you go. You're all set. Now, I also took this, I tied a little tiny bow with some linen string. This is going to go right up in this corner, just like this. Then I took our little sewing machine charm and attached it onto another piece of linen string. And it's going to dangle right here. I just glued that in there. And then I found from my button stash this beautiful vintage purple button, and it still has the metal hasp. You know how they used to attach them with a metal hasp? And I left that there because I really kind of liked that look. And that goes right there. okay, just above our dress mannequin. So now I've got my cling stamps here, and I've kind of laid them out where I want them to be. And I have this little Fiskars stamp platform. I've had this for forever. I like it because I'm not a great stamper. And I can line my things up. So now I'm just going to take, this is Memento London Fog. It's just a soft, shadowy shade of gray, which is what I want. And I'm inking these up really well because it's the first time I've used them. My granddaughters love this actually. Now I can just press down and add some good pressure. And I'm not going to color these. I'm just going to leave these. See, I just wanted this little shadowy kind of effect, and that's what that London Fog is great for. So I took the product packaging from the scissors because it's so pretty, and it actually really looks good with this. And I trimmed about an inch off the top of it so that it will fit in our pocket. Now I'm going to take score tape and put it on the back. Layer it just like this so that the sides are even, and we still get this sweet little floral up in the corner. All right, now I'm coming in with just a little bit of gesso, and I want to kind of dry brush it over, and gesso will just cover up. I'm just kind of dry brushing it randomly to make it look sort of natural. And then also I want to fade a little bit the colors of the floral. So I'm just going to do like this and like this. And I'm going to come in with a paper towel. See how that works? So just faded the florals out a little bit. I have to come back and cover this up. Okay. Now I've got my Distress Oxide milled lavender, and I'm just going to swipe this randomly over my background that I created, just the white part. Then I'm going to spritz it. Hit it with my heat gun. So now we've got some neat little droplet effects going on there. And now I've got a stencil that I found in my stash. I think this is a Cartabella. I'm just going to lay this down, hold it in place with some Post-it tape. And I'm going to come in with a sponge dauber. I want to move this over a little bit. It's always prettier when some of the pieces kind of go over the edge. So I'm just going to go through, create this sweet little tag. And I'm only putting the ink down in the areas where the floral design is not. Okay. I'm just going to lightly mist through the stencil. Remove the stencil. See how pretty that is? That's just a really, look guys, that's the kind of mixed media technique I can handle. And we can actually even take our dauber and go around the edges of our tag a little bit. Right now it's still a little bit damp, but when it dries, it'll be perfect. So what I did to seal this little tag was I hit it with some clear embossing powder, and it kind of created this neat half shiny, half matte finish, which I'm really pleased with. Then I just ran some elderberry seam binding ribbon through it, and I want to show you what we're going to do here. I've got this twine, and this is just a twine that I have in my shop. It's sort of like a linen. And I'm going to wrap this twine several times around that spot where we joined the two pieces to create a border. And I'm going to tie a knot over here on the right. Like that. And then I'm going to tie a bow, and we can either put a button here or a flower or some sort of cute something. I haven't made up my mind yet what I want to do. All right. And then I'm going to bring in some of these stickers. I've loosely fussy cut around our images here. Oops, let's twine out. And I've used good strong adhesive on the back of this to make sure that it will stay. And yes, we covered up some of our stickers, pressing these down really well. I might come back and add a button or a flower onto our twine, but what this does is, here's the front of our card, and we can stick this in here. Isn't that cute? So I had a fun idea for in here. I took a little scrap of my lavender paper and I cut it to 3.5 by, it was just a scrap, I don't know, so it looks like maybe it was 3.5 by 3 or something. Anyway, I scored a little 1/2-inch hinges on it to make this sweet little pocket to fit right here. Add the glue. I wanted to talk about this paper. It's really neat. It's not super thick, but it's got a wonderful texture. I wasn't sure at first if I liked it, but I actually am finding it really great to work with. It just, it's got a neat feel. I don't know what the finish is on it, but it's very nice. And I actually really like it. It's very smooth. And it's got, I don't know, I don't know how to describe the finish, but it's really nice. Okay. So I know that looks like a hot mess, but just hang with me. And then from our pad, I tore a little piece off and stuck those in there. How fun is that? I love that. So now we're just gonna glue, here's our card front. We're just gonna glue it onto our base. And I always do it like this. I put my glue on the base, and that way I don't run the risk of gluing over our fold and ruining our easel. Now that I've got that there, I can see where to add my flowers and figure out some of the final details. So I'm going to take some greenery. Put it down here at the bottom of our mannequin. There we go. And I felt like this needed some really bold color, because as much as I love the faded vintage colors and everything, I did feel like it sort of disappeared. So I'm adding some pops of color here to go with and then I've just got a little bow. Tuck that right in there to anchor it. And where's our tag? Our tag goes in our pocket. And I could not bring myself to use those beautiful scissors that came in the kit. I'll probably use those for ribbon scissors or embroidery floss. This is just a little vintage scissor that I had in my stash. And I'm going to glue that down right there, and that finishes this project. It is so pretty. So that is my first experience with Your Creative Studio, ycvstudio.com. Thanks again for sending me this great box. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Catch you later. Bye.